All right, we are live. Let's make this a little bigger here. There we go. Um, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Dirty Parlay. It is just your boy tonight. Um, we went from three to four. It's back down to three to two, and now one, and it's just for tonight. We have Nate on a hunting trip. We have Darren working, and then I presume, sleeping. But the most important thing is that maybe one of them will be back, maybe not. But either way, this will be just like the old days of streaming on a different platform where it was me, video games, and chat. Oh, welcome to the Discord. I am live. I went up in here solo. I am live. Yeah. And let me get your I gotta get your voice on here real quick. I have something different set up. While I'm getting that in here, if you want to join the Zoom, we'll get this party started. There we go. Now I'm getting this all set up. Okay, there you go. All right, now the chat can hear you. I said it's like the old days. It's like Twitch, you know?
Nice.
Yeah, but I got the hunting vest on. We're ready for tonight. You joined right at the right time. I just started this live, so we're good.
Gotcha. Okay.
I was ready to make this somewhat of a lengthy YouTube video, like a 10-minute, but if you're back in here, then we'll get this going. It doesn't have to be the longest show of the night. There we go. Awesome. Perfect. And you're in. Fresh, straight to live. Here we go.
What's up?
What's happening, man?
What's up?
So it's just us. Just us tonight. We had somebody bail.
Right, now I'm all set up here. I wonder who was that? Who's that? Who bailed?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Nate bailed. What do you mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just needed you to say it out loud.
Oh, got it. No, I got the vest on. We're ready. So, yeah.
I assumed, but you know what I mean? Who knows? Could have just been feeling froggy, you know?
Oh, you could say he's feeling froggy. You could say that.
One could say that, actually.
One could say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, welcome in. There's a lot of places we can start. I don't know where to start. I don't know. Anything you want to rip it off with? Rip the Band-Aid right away?
We'll
go over
how about them Chargers?
Yeah, how about it? Way to fucking blow it.
My boy D was right about them all year. And then they get the first round, and then they get bounced by Lil Bro.
Well, you can't lie. They kind of just stepped it up out of nowhere.
Their defense has been great all year, but oh my god, dude, 4 interceptions, and he had 3 all year. Am I right on that one?
Yeah. Wild. By the way, he had more interceptions in 2025 than he's had in 2024. Think about that. Okay. Think about that shit.
Yeah, in one day.
And Eric joined the chat. He said, "Do we have to see Ethan?"
You don't, but I am gracing you.
You just got up in here.
You're lucky.
Violence?
You're lucky.
This is wild.
Thank God we don't see Eric.
But yeah, I mean, Chargers, frauds. But since we're sticking on the Chargers, real question for you. Do they can't get a new QB next year, but I don't think so. But is Herbert the guy? I mean, in your opinion, is Herbert the guy? I mean, Nate calls him Pimple's Face Fuck, but is he the guy?
Well, he's very biased because he's borderline graveyard team, you know? But, I mean, if you, now he's got a coach. He hasn't had that his entire career. He's had a defense. He's had good players on his defense, but they've been so mismanaged in the past.
It's all good. No, you're right. And he does the running ball. He runs the ball, barely throws. I mean, you can see it with McCarthy.
Yeah, he's had that defense has been just they were bad in the past couple of years. And then now, you know, I think Harbaugh can shape it up.
I don't think they're supposed to make it this far this year.
Now we need. Yeah, I didn't think they were going either. They need some weapons, like some wide receivers, not Johnston.
But even when they had wide receivers, it was like, not excluding Keenan Allen, it was like Mike Williams, the other guy, whoever that might be.
Mike Williams.
He's not a 1. He's not even a 2. He's a 3 for Pittsburgh right now.
Yeah, so
that's my point. They don't have anybody.
Give him a stud. Let's see what happens. I mean, he's got McConkey now, so.
But Quentin Johnson was supposed to be that stud. He was a first-round talent from TCU, and he can't catch a ball.
Oh, dude, that's been one of the worst.
Awful
picks, man. Terrible. Yeah.
Did you wake up from a snooze?
Borderline.
Yeah.
Borderline.
Respect it.
Trying to bounce back from the day.
Did you see my? I hit my.
I don't have my phone. I don't know where it's at. Texted.
I hit my my little side desk over here, and my belt fell right off. It's funny. My bad. I gotta plant that nice and pretty.
Set up a third camera view.
Yeah, just for that.
Just that.
You don't need Nate in here. It's fine. So one other thing that we missed from last week. Well, we went over it, but news has changed because Jerry Jones loves to stay in the media. Mike McCarthy was officially let go. He will not continue as the
decided
Cowboys coach.
Decided to do it now instead of getting a head start way before. It's just like, no, I'm not gonna take a look at any other running backs. Oh no, what have I done? Terrible timing, you know.
Oh wait, he missed like interviews for other teams, and someone already hired a coach. That's crazy. You can go now. It's
Jerry Jones. Yeah, it's crazy. Somebody already scooped up Rabel. That's crazy.
Wow, do you want to go to the Patriots? They're full, but you can go. You should thank Jerry Jones, like you personally. He saved you from McCarthy because that could have been a good chance.
No, he's going to you guys.
We'll get to him in a second more than that. But while we're still on the Cowboys, looks like primetime's coming to Dallas.
If you're Colin Cowherd,
Yo, I think I got a screenshot of him.
No, that was the Steelers. Sorry, that was the Steelers. Yeah, his wild take.
So here's the take that he's referring to. This is from. By the way, this is coming from the most credible, upstanding guy at Fox Sports right now. Okay, it's Colin Cowherd.
Yeah, he's not. I can't even say it in present company. He's not part of the train. Yeah. Oh my.
He's on a separate track.
God.
He's on a separate track. Here's the trade proposal from Colin Cowherd. Quote, I would trade TJ Watt, George Pickens, and 2 first-rounders and go get Shedeur Sanders if you think he's a starting QB.
If you think he's the starting QB.
Yes, that was the exact words. Yep. Mm-hmm. Wild.
He's First like, throw away everything you got if you think he's a starting QB.
Pickens makes sense. Pickens makes sense. 2 first-rounders, no. Also, TJ Watt's
you can't get rid of the CTE demon. You can't get rid of the CTE demon.
There's already reports that they might move on from him. That is like a real thing.
Well, who are they going to draft then? Because it's tradition.
I was going to say, tradition. Does it matter?
I'm about to start doing my research.
Does it matter? The demon will find him. That's the truth.
If it has to sit inside some lockbox for a year or two, so be it.
Exactly.
But some wide receiver's gonna come stumble into the equipment room, and be like, "Whoa, what is this crazy wooden box?" and just open it up and boom.
Wild. Also, speaking of CTE demons, for a second there, Tyreek Hill made his profile picture AB leaving the field as the Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now
he's always had something wrong with him.
And now there's there's reports coming out saying that he met with ownership of the Miami Dolphins and he's in a good place with them now. So like they must have told him, "Hey, bro, whatever you want, you're the guy. We traded for you. You're the guy."
Yeah.
They have to. You have to. If you gave up what you gave up for him, which wasn't crazy, but you still made the move to make him your guy, you have to be like, all right, whatever you want.
Yeah.
He's a first-round talent. Well, I'm sorry, all-star talent for them, I should say. All right, so I could delete this Colin Cowherd quote. Already went over Mike McCarthy a little bit. The leading front runner for the position, there's 2 leaders in the clubhouse for the Jets role. It's Aaron Glenn, the defensive coordinator for the Lions.
Saleh.
No.
And no. Okay.
Okay.
That checks out. Yeah.
Total Jets move. Apparently, the fan base and Jets players want Glenn So obviously they're not going to get Glenn. It's like the Jets and the Bears are typical in that way. Like, this makes the most sense, so let's go a different route.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read you some stats. Not read you some stats. I'm just gonna tell you some stats here. From 2017 to 2024, Matt Nagy, involving with the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes had his 5 best years from 2018 to 2022, while Matt Nagy was the head coach of the Bears. His 2 worst years he's had as since Matt Nagy's been back as the OC, as far as stats go. That's QB rating, interceptions, touchdowns, all yards. He's had his 2 worst years since Matt Nagy's been back. He's had his 5 best years of his career while Matt Nagy was gone. So I mean, like, yeah, make him your head coach. Sounds great. We went through it. I get it. Totally get it. I also have some more notes. We're gonna get into records and stuff, guys, and some picks, and we got the dirty parlay lined up for the week. It's gonna be a fun one. Where's it at? We have a big coaching hire. A new head coach has been named, and it's the former Jaguars head coach, Jack Del Rio, also formerly head coach of the Raiders. He's going to the Paris Musketeers for the European Football League. So shout out Jack Del Rio, dream job, head coaching football in Paris. Good for you, buddy. What way to play? Okay, let's get to some quickly around the horn here of some news that broke. The Titans have hired their GM. It's the assistant GM from Kansas City, Mike Borgonzi. Getting past that one. The 49ers are prepared to make Bob Salah the highest paid DC in the entire NFL. That's a no-brainer. He should be the highest paid DC in my opinion. I mean, you can't lie. Every team he's been on as a coordinator has been great. It's just when he's a head coach, he sucks. Not including the Pack either, because he wasn't a coordinator. He was just a helper.
Yeah. But, I mean, hey, he helped out, you know?
He definitely helped out. I mean, they're 0-2 in 2025. What can you say?
Damn.
With 6 more yards this weekend, Devonta Smith can become the all-time receivings leader in the playoffs for the Eagles with 6 more yards.
That's crazy.
It is actually pretty crazy. This is a playoff receiving leader in yards.
Because when I think of like playoff wide receivers, he doesn't even crack like the top 50 for me. You know what I mean?
Especially
like
Eagles, you think of like T.O. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, good on him.
All right, I got some Bears news, of course, coordinators, coaches, whatever. But last stat I have is, tell me if you heard this one before. The Houston Texans are playing 3:30 on a Saturday playoff game. They're facing the Kansas City Chiefs.
4:30 my time.
Same thing. You know what I mean? Same thing.
I'm used to 4:30. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm too adjusted.
Hey, did you see the record thing with Mahomes and that? It's like they're like 8-0 when it's any time that's not 4:30, but 0-2 when it's 4:30. Yeah, something about yeah.
I got a stat.
I don't remember where I saw that, but I was like, oh, can I do it?
I got a stat that fights that stat for you. You ready for this one? Clay Martin is refereeing the Kansas City and Houston game. The Chiefs are undefeated when he's officiating. 6-0. Tickle the balls a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be a shame. It'd be a shame if he got tied up in traffic or something else on the way to the game. Yeah.
He gets busted for gambling or something. That'd be crazy. Okay.
Yeah. What? There you go. There's my watch out. Watch out for the calls in this Texans Chiefs game. All right, you're getting a little sneak preview.
There is a tweet I want to read for you. This is This is a report that came out today or yesterday, one of the two.
Thought you were about to drop me.
What?
This is a tweet I want to give you, and then all of a sudden it's from AB.
Oh, no,
Jimmy Kimmel's kind of.
I can't. I can, but I won't. You want to hear cracker of the day?
Yeah.
So, there's been a report. It's been made by Kalen Kaler. He dropped a report for ESPN. I'm going to read you some blurbs. These are just a couple things that just damns the Bears. He wrote about multiple teams, but this is what he said. A year after the Combine meeting, not much had changed. Per ESPN's data, at least 5 NFL teams started 2024 season with head coaches and GMs represented by the same agent or agency. Arizona, Chicago, Cleveland, Kansas City, and the Giants. Of those 5, only the Bears and the Browns have had the same agent or agency represent the head coach or GM for the past 2 hiring cycles. So, great company there. The Chiefs are the only member of this group with a winning record. Now, another blurb from it. The Bears past 2 hiring searches committees included 2 constants, both of whom have long-standing relationships with Armstrong, the agent that has Poles and Eberflus, Nagy, and Getsy and Waldron. Also, the same 2 constants is McCaskey, the team's chairman, and the former president Ted Phillips began with Armstrong. So to go on and continue, Armstrong, the agent that represents, again, Poles, Eberflus, Getsy, all the jokes, except for Poles is 50-50 right now. But, quote, Armstrong has more influence with the Bears than any other team, a coaching agent said. That's because he was dealing with an accountant that really didn't know football people, and he took advantage of that, and I gave him credit for that. He's referring to George McCaskey, the Bears president and GM, or chairman, whatever. Phillips did not return multiple calls or texts. It's referring to more Bears stuff. I'm going to continue on. I have the last quote from the article here. As a part of the services, many agencies host summit during the offseason for the coaching and front office clients. The Bears team website reported that Poles and Eberflus first met on the golf course at an event in 2020, described as a, quote, NFL Growth and Development Summit. Though the NFL office confirmed the league did not hold such an event in 2020, meaning it was likely the agency summit. And Poles had said that his intuition told him Eberflus was the right hire. So they lied about how they met. They met through their agent. And this guy's running the Bears because our chairman and whatever is a joke. So it just goes to show you we're a dumpster fire of a franchise. We have been for a little while. And we're most likely going to hire Mike McCarthy, even though Ben Johnson's a clear hire. Going forward with that, here's the one thing that gives me hope about Ben Johnson is that he just signed with a new agency that's not that agency. I'm going to make that clear. That's located in Chicago. It's based in Chicago. So that's like the little glimmer of hope. People are linking him to the Raiders already, and that's fine. Whatever, but not yet. Let's just hold out for hope. The last thing I have in my notes is referring to Mike McCarthy. I think this is a tweet from a guy named Clay Harbor. He said Mike McCarthy needs Mike Tomlin's publicist. And head coaching seasons for McCarthy and Tomlin.
Yeah.
For those who hasn't, then they both have 18 seasons and 12 playoff appearances. McCarthy has 8 division titles. Tomlin's 7, and the playoff record for Tomlin is 8-11, while McCarthy's 11-11. So I'm getting a Tomlin. Woo!
Did McCarthy win it with the Packers?
He did. So McCarthy won with the Packers, and Tomlin won with the Steelers. So they both have 1 ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just didn't remember if they got it right before he got there. I feel like he was over there for a while.
He was there for a while. And then Tomlin got one after Cowher got one. So Tomlin has a ring too.
Yeah, Tomlin got one like his first 3 years or something like that. He got it early. And then
if you remember, he was either the head coach or the interim head coach of the Vikings, and they were like sick. And then when his contract was up, he went to the Steelers because you can't say no to the Steelers. If Steelers offer you a job with their franchise history of coaches, you got to take it.
Yeah, if somebody offers it to you next, I mean, you're the 6th head coach and the whole time they've been a team. So
Exactly. Wild. But as far as Bears go, they can't hire a head coach until after tomorrow because tomorrow's their official interview for Brian Flores. And by interviewing him, they would have completed the Rooney Rule. So they can't hire anybody until after Flores, even if they don't want Flores. Which Flores was upset last time he was in a head coaching cycle because he said he was being used for the Rooney Rule too, and the Bears are clearly doing it. So it's
was that the Dolphins?
No, there was another team. It was after the Dolphins. He was getting interviewed just for the Rooney Rule because he wasn't going to be a head coach. Teams didn't want him after the reports, but they're using him to make the quota.
We gotcha.
Yeah, I forgot what team it was. Maybe it was the Saints. I don't know. It was somebody like that had nothing to do with hiring
checks
him.
out.
Dalton was part of the committee. What can you say? Oh Christ. All right. Well, do you want to get to some picks and some records or tonight's picks? Do you have any bets out tonight? Have you been betting on anything but football recently?
I have not been betting.
No,
nothing.
I took the week off. I did one tonight
just been gambling cards, man. That's it.
Yo, so real quick on that topic, someone that works with me went out. Oh, I won my bet. Sweet. Someone went out and he hit a couple stores today, and there was lines, and he just didn't have a chance.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. It's a shit show. Unless you can pre-order somewhere, you know what I mean, and get lucky. I was able to hit like a couple Walmart drops, so got a couple of tings.
Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild.
So he did he tell you about it?
Yeah, he went to GameStop because it's right next to our work or pretty close to it, and
he had to be there at like 7:00.
That's what I told him. They opened at 11 by us. This one in particular,
yeah.
And he's like, no fucking chance. He just left, and then he went to Meijer, which is like a.
Yeah, we don't have those, but I know what it is. Yeah.
He went to one of those, and he said it was just empty. There was nothing there.
Yeah, you got to hit it on a restock day. And like you got to be in the know when they restock, and if you're not, sorry, it's a scumbag world we're in right now.
Hey, listen, the exact words I said to him were, "I'm in a group chat with me and two buddies that like Pokemon, and they're kind of scummy when it comes to the cards, and I ain't in on it, but I love reading it. I love reading the messages.
Like okay. I know the game. Dalt's like, if he shows up and there's something there, he might cop something, but he ain't in the game yet."
So here's the one bet I really had tonight. It was a 5-leg parlay, all combos of points, rebounds, and assists in the NBA. It was Jason Tatum over 35, Jamal Murray over 25, Damian Lillard over 30, and then Karl Anthony Towns over 35, and Anthony Edwards over 30. Karl Anthony Towns ended up not playing because it's the NBA, and you don't have to play more than half your games in the schedule. So it knocked down a leg, but I hit the rest. So $15 turned into 45 because they were all like minus 200, 250. Because I just wanted to get something in, get the juices going for the week because it's the first bet of the week. I did bet, you and me always bet Celtics first half. Well, it's last two times I bet them, they lost it. So I did some research.
I know. I saw that. Yeah.
So I did some research before I made my bet today, and I saw that the last 5 games they played, they didn't cover the first half at all. And then I looked at the Magic, and they covered 4 out of 5. So I was like, okay, I bet the Magic to cover. Nope. Celtics covered. Like, go fucking figure. Like, it's just the way of the road.
Yeah, dude, it's not the year for the Celtics first half right now. Nope.
Yeah, so that was my bet. Nothing other than that. I did some college basketball earlier in the week, but I took a break. I was doing pretty well, but I took a break. Let's get to picks. I see D joined. D, hop in whenever, but don't feel like you have to, buddy. Good to hear from you. Good to see you.
What up, boys?
What up?
What's up? I'll be right back.
You're good. D, I know you probably don't have too long to talk, but do you want to recap the pack last week? Anything you have to say? I'm not trying to put you on a spot, but just because, I don't know, you just got in here.
No, I mean, I knew the writing was on the wall, bro. They did nothing to impress all. Like, try again next year. If not, fuck it. Arch remaining.
You do have the youngest team, one of the youngest teams in the NFL. So you can hang that on your head,
Yeah, but it's just like we looked older, more mature last year. We looked younger this year. Like we regressed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not even the Lions, but the Bears are going to tighten their shit up. The Vikings, like, we can't be regressing. We got to fucking, I'm not saying win the Super Bowl this year, but not fucking lay a goose egg like that because that Philly team could have been beaten.
Yeah, I mean,
they were beating our ass, but they weren't like.
Yeah, considering everything that happened, it was 10-0 at halftime. So.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely were still in it. All it took was a touchdown to be fully back. Or even 3 points, you're fully back into the game. Did McManus miss a kick?
Yep.
Damn. Like, I'm honestly just remembering that because like they jinxed him.
And he hadn't been missing at all. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and I bet McManus over 2.5
Did
field
you
goals,
really?
man. That's great. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was about to say Reaper back.
That's exactly why.
You better lock your doors tonight.
Yeah. That's funny.
Holy crap. I'm just now realizing we're all 4 in different states on the 30 parlay. It's pretty crazy. It's just hit me now.
Oh, is Dalt here?
No. But even Nate's in a different state.
Oh, he's in Montana?
The vest is on.
Oh, no.
The vest.
Is he here?
No,
he's not here. He ditched.
Because he's in Montana.
Clip it, ship it, boys.
I hope you see that, my buddy. I hope you see that. Man
chat,
likes Yellowstone a lot, everybody. That's why we're saying Montana.
Chat next week, and when he's back in here, just spam Montana in the chat, please. Make sure he knows.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the picks and see how we played out last week.
I think I went completely defeated, if I'm correct.
No, you're not. Let's see.
I don't know what I did either.
I still have our season stats up. I didn't add postseason to it. We can if we want to, but I didn't.
I would just like maybe next year do it separate.
I did. I left
seasons
I did
wrapped
separate.
up. Okay,
so
okay.
I did 2024 as like 2024 season records and then records for postseason. And I'll keep adding up the postseason records as we go here. Okay, so for last week, wild card weekend, D, you and me finished 3-3. So we finished at 500. Nate and E, on the other hand, finished at 2-4.
Nice.
Couldn't be me going under 5.
You're likely your last 4 weeks were all under 500.
I know you ain't talking to me.
I'm not living in the past, baby. It's all about right now.
And then I don't have it up later, but I do have. Oh, Eric in the chat. Should we refer to Nate as Cowboy Nate?
Ooh, get a pick of Nate and just put a cowboy hat on there.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
And like one of those wheat stems sticking out of his mouth.
Someone Photoshop some rabbi curls onto a horse. Let's make this fun.
Yellowstone Nate.
Yeah.
There's got to be like a cowboy in a sewer gift somewhere.
Yeah. A cowboy coming out the trenches.
Yo, no. What I'm gonna do is
rat with Jewish girls and
yes,
cowboy hat.
yes.
Now we're
Master
talking.
Splinter with the curls and the hat on, dude. That's what we need.
Now we're talking, boys.
That's exactly
perfect.
it, dude. Master Splinter.
As for locks, I didn't put the records on because I didn't have enough room to fit it. But the E was the only one that hit the lock last week. He was the only one.
Whoa! The Reaper, the only one.
Yeah,
he bet all of our.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Right, I did bet my lock. I bet.
No, you bet all of our locks. That's why we
dude.
Oh god,
dude. You guys just suck. That's all.
Well, this week's different. We're gonna do it differently this week, and we'll review that later. But yeah, E was the only one to hit, so 1-3 in the dirty parlay last week. Tough.
Shout out Bills Mafia.
Ravens lost the over by 2 points. Nate had the Chargers, and you were gonna choose the Chargers, no?
If I would have chosen them, they would have shaped it up and won, but you know.
Probably, but you know, can't fight stats.
Butterfly effect, baby. Butterfly effect.
Nate gave me his lock first last week, and then he gave me
dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, then Nate also was the first one to give picks this week, so we'll see how that plays out. He went 2-4 and lost his lock last week. He was very first, so we'll see.
Was
what
this
happens.
a Twilight Zone? Nate's giving you picks first.
Dude, I'll show you the exact text I sent him.
Hey, it's all good though. I completely forgot about the pod this week. You sent that text. I was like, oh, got to do that, and then boom, gone. And then see the stuff today. I'm like, oh, I got to do that real quick.
I said, what if I told you were first again, back-to-back weeks? But I'll never tell. And then he sent back, I'm not a piece of shit. Oh, Christ. Okay, so.
But where is he?
He's a piece of shit. Quite frankly. All right. what do I have next in the docket here? Let's go right to the picks. We'll get them out of the way. Go over some other things too as we go along here. Might be a shorter one. If it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. We'll see what happens. For the playoff picture, just an update on that one before we get to it. The teams that are eliminated: the Bucks, the number 3 seed, Vikings at 5, Packers.
Oh,
at 7.
that was a tough one to watch too.
I was the only one to pick Commanders last week. I was the only one. I legit thought they were gonna win it. Like I actually bet on them to win money line. Like I thought they'd win, and I thought it'd win in a close game. But like that was a great game. That was a good.
It was. That fumble did him in.
Completely agree. Also, like I'll say it. I think Todd Bowles is not a good head coach. I really don't think he's a good head coach. I think he's a great coordinator. Yeah. He's like Bob Salah, but like
he's always been solid on the defense. But yeah, maybe he's not that guy.
When he was a D coordinator for the Cardinals, like they were a powerhouse out of nowhere, and then he left and they went right back to mush. But then he becomes the D coordinator for Bruce Arians, and then obviously Arians wins and leaves. Respect, no hate on it. He's got like cushy job forever with the Tampa Bay organization, and then he gives the keys of the kingdom to Bulls, and they don't do much. They don't do anything. Brady was right getting out of there at 48 years old, so good for him. And the AFC, you have the Chargers, the 5 seed, the Steelers, the 6 seed, and the Broncos, 7 seed eliminated. The only upset of the week, as far as records, not by against the spreads, is the Bucks. The Bucks being upsetted by the Commanders. That was the only actual true upset. As far as favorites, like the Vikings were favorited, the Chargers were favorites. That's it.
Yeah, the Vikings, they crumbled, dude. They crumbled. It's tough to see.
I think I said it last week. I don't know if I heard the stat before or after the pod last week, but it was like teams that are like 14 wins or more going on the road for a playoff game are like 20% in the history or some shit like that, or like they are like terrible like win record, and it shows.
Add it to the list. Yeah.
Another body. The Rams,
the best division in the league.
I mean, we got one left, right? We're the 1 seed. You got one left. Oh boy. So before we get to the picks, here's the matchups. You got the number 4 Houston Texans going to Kansas City Chiefs at number 1. You have Washington number 6 going to the Lions at number 1. You have the Rams number 4 going to the Eagles number 2, and then Baltimore number 3 going to the Bills at number 2. Real quick, while we're still on like the teams that are eliminated and shit like that. I know everybody's seen that Packer fan video of the Eagles fan yelling at the woman and the man dropping the hard C bomb, and apparently the man for that Packer guy, he's not scot-free either. He's kind of a scumbag. He started a GoFundMe to go to that game, and he said, "I know what I'm in for. I've been there before. I'm ready to get yelled at. Blah blah blah." A dude lives an hour and a half out from the Eagles, so why do you need a GoFundMe to like? He lives in Pennsylvania, and he wanted the attention because he's also like a media, like a wannabe media streamer, whatever guy too. So
a content creator.
That's
what you call them all nowadays.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you. But yeah,
get rid of TikTok. Get out of here. I'm
ready for it to go.
All of them can go for as far as I care, man. It is what it is.
Don't take Twitter from me. That's. We already took down their website. Let's not bring that another one.
Elon's like, yeah, that's why he bought it.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably gonna buy crack streams next, but
hey, that way you still in there with the boys, you know?
Twitter's where it's at right now. But yeah, so crazy story, crazy shit. The only real like victim out of that's the woman. She didn't sign up for any of that shit. She didn't sign up for any of that.
I mean, it just goes to show you, like, Philly fans are scumbags. Changed my mind. Like, I'd say like 80% of them. You get them out there, you get them riled up, they're scumbags.
Hell yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is, man.
Hell yeah. The guy got fired.
If you can throw batteries at Santa,
you're a villain. You're a villain city.
Yeah, you're a villain.
That's Gotham. Like
Gotham. That's the worst of the worst, dude. Like a huge city, you know what I mean? But it's like when you think of the comic book world, they're like just the bottom of the barrel, Gotham City, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's bad.
Yeah. Philly is Gotham. I love it.
The fan got doxxed. He got fired. He's got banned for life.
Oh, that dude was getting. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. That dude's gonna have to resurface 10 years down the line and maybe get something going. But I mean, hey,
I don't want to get twisted. I don't want to get dark as fuck here, but did you see that viral videos going around of the dude pulling up in the Charger? He pulled up to the one restaurant that's called like Bikini and something, and he had no pants on in his Charger. And then she's like, "Hey, I'm calling the cops," and he peels off. Did you see that video?
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Came out today. The dude committed suicide. Dark. It's just a dark turn. But
because he ain't have no pants on.
Because he got busted on camera, and they could have called the cops. Dude,
he was whipping around with no pants on, but he had boxers.
No, he had nothing on. He was grabbing his shit.
Oh. Yeah, that's wild. Was he on something? He had to be on something. Wild. I don't know, man. Your average person don't whip around like that doing that. So
exactly. Exactly. Wild. Don't mean to get dark, but that's just something I can't get out of my head. I had to I had to put it out there in the world.
What?
What'd you say, D?
R.I.P. Rest in piss, bozo. Don't do no stupid shit, bro. Like
there we go, my man.
Wow,
my man. I know, dude. I know. You pull up.
And she had her phone in her hand. Like, what do you think, bro?
Honestly. Dude had a family and shit. You pull up to that place, no pants on, just fucking wild.
Bro, mental health, it's in a rough shape right now.
But keep TikTok.
Hey, bro. Brain rot, bro.
Yeah.
Legit.
Actually. Oh, Christ. All right, we'll move along here. Let's get to some fucking picks.
Yeah, get me out of there.
Yeah,
get me out of there.
I want out. I didn't update the records. I just left the regular season records on there. So the Texans are 10-7. Chiefs are 15-2. Here is the spreads and the over-unders before the game. I probably updated this an hour or 2 hours ago. So it might have changed. But Kansas City's favored by 8.5. The over-under's 41.5. I'm going to start this one off. The Chiefs have won every game by like a ball hair this year. And the spread's 8.5. I know it's the playoffs. I know Andy Reid's off of a bye and he has a crazy record on it. I don't know what it is, but Stroud Boys looked good last week. The only thing I'm concerned about is the cold weather because they're a dome team from Texas, but I'll still take them at plus 8.5. Something about them boys, just they're playing, and the Chiefs are winning, but not decisively. And I don't know if anything's changed, so I'll ride with it. I'll take 8.5 points. Fuck it. If I lose this, it's a garbage time touchdown. That's what I'm feeling from the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Like something like a worthy bomb.
Yeah.
I got D's pick here. D chose the Chiefs at minus 8.5. Nate chose the Chiefs at minus 8.5. You going Stroud Boys or are you rolling with the Chiefs?
All right, so let's rewind to last week. I even said like I picked the Chargers, because I thought the Chargers were gonna win. But I said if the Texans win, they got to have Nico Collins go off. They need to have Joe Mixon go off because those are their two playmakers, as well as their defense needs to step up. They've been great, you know what I mean, and they've had some solid takeaways. Stingley Jr. is playing good. Will Anderson's a beast, And look what happened. They were on Herbert. They got 4 interceptions. The defense played lights out. You know what I mean? And Nico and Joe Mixon both had over 100 yards. So all that came to fruition, and they played great. If there is a God out there, the Texans are going to beat the Chiefs. All right, just calling it. I want the Chiefs to lose, so give me Texans plus 8.5.
Yeah, I think we're all.
I would love to see Moneyline D come out here and just hammer Texans Moneyline, baby. You know what I mean? I'd love to see that, but give me the points here. I want the Texans to win. I want the Chiefs to lose. Everything about them now. Everything about them. Aside from Andy Reid, I like Andy Reid, but the rest can go, dude.
I'm not. You might think this is throwing hate, but this is true. As a Patriots fan, you should always root against them because they're threatening the dynasty. You know what I mean? Like, actually.
All I gotta say is he couldn't beat Brady.
I mean, he's got some time.
Brady beat him on two teams.
I mean, he's got some time. Brady might come back as the Raiders, like Jackie Moon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
in the twilight, like he comes back as Steve Rogers when he's the old man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We don't know this.
Yeah. I mean, Brady beat him in the Super Bowl. That's all you need to know. You know what I mean? He beat him in the Super Bowl, and he outdueled him in that. I specifically remember that one AFC Championship game. That was a really good game.
Eric says Mahomes is not Herbert.
Mahomes threw more interceptions than Herbert. So
facts. Also,
Texans can get after it. So we don't know, but Andy Reid is for sure the better coach. You know what I mean? So that's all it comes down to, man. I've been saying it for a while now. Andy Reid is the Chiefs dynasty.
Like I said, I read the stats earlier about Matt Nagy being the OC. You just hope, if you want Mahomes to lose, you got to hope that the Nagy offense was like shines today or tomorrow, whatever. But also going back to being a Patriot guy, you don't want the first ever team to three-peat in a row to be the Kansas City Chiefs. You don't. No one does.
No, I know.
But like, they could be the first ever to three-peat in a row. Ever.
We had 2 in a row twice.
Yes, exactly.
And we didn't get the three-peat. Didn't get the three-peat.
That's what I'm saying. Like, of course, no one wants them, but like, you should not want that, like, at all. Dude, you gotta
But if you look at this season, they should not be 15 wins. They should not be.
No, they should be like a 9-8 kind of situation. If that 8-9, maybe. I don't know, but
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but
going again,
we'll see.
Going back to the stat earlier, the referee crew that they're having, the head referee crew this weekend, they're 4-0 under him, or 6-0, whatever it was, 4-0 I think, all time. So not looking good for the Texans already, but I'll take the points.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. And again, shocker, early game on a Saturday. Texans play. Next game. This is the Saturday Night Football main event. You have the Commanders at 12-5 going to the Lions at 15-2. Detroit is minus 9.5. The over/under is 55.5. I'll start this one off with D's pick here. D has the Commanders plus 9.5. Nate has the Lions minus 8.5. What are you rocking here? You?
Don't remember the line, but I got the Lions here.
You got them at 9.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Lions are at home. They beat the Vikings to shore up that bye week. Their first game in. Dan Campbell's gonna have these dudes fired up. You know what I mean? If they don't come out swinging, then they're gonna lose. It's just, I don't know. I can't replay many times the Lions were down and marched back, other than like maybe the one game where he had like 5 interceptions, and they still won that game. So, but the Commanders are a tough team, dude. Like, they give it to you down to the wire, and they can make magic happen. Sorry, unfortunately, that was against you guys.
That's fine.
And I mean, I think the Bucs should have beat them last week, but they walked away with a win. So I can't count out the Commanders, but I've seen the Lions can dominate. So Washington's defense, nothing to brag about. You know what I mean? So
the Lions are built
give me the Lions
to fucking destroy the Commanders' defense. Like,
they're built to dog walk terrible defenses.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
and the Commanders probably have the worst defense coming into the playoffs. If I had to think on all the teams, yeah, even the ones that were eliminated.
I know all season that they were getting numbers dropped on them. So,
but even out of all the teams that were eliminated, they had the worst defense in the playoffs. Yeah, because even the Packers at 7 had a better defense. At 7 on the AFC, Broncos had one of the best defenses. Yeah, Commanders had the worst defense in the playoffs. So, like, the Lions should just smash them. For my pick, I'm going with, he's my boy. I'm going with Daniels and the Commanders. I'll take 9.5. I think that they can still cover 10. Yeah, I do. Also with that, there's a stat. I said it the last week we faced the Lions for the Bears, that the Lions their defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn, while he's been there as a D coordinator, he's awful at defending against running quarterbacks. His stats against like running primary quarterbacks are like atrocious. Like it's bad. And Caleb did work running against him. Jane Daniels is a monster. He only got 36 yards last week, but like it looked like he ran all over the Bucs with only 36 yards. I'm not gonna lie. This was going to. I have 2 locks that I did not take this week that I almost took as a lock. One of them was Jaden Daniels over under rushing yards, but it's way too high. It's 57.5 or 55.5. I don't trust 55. I do trust if it was like 37, even 40, but 55 just seems like, I don't know. He might beat it. He might. Like I said, his stats show on his favor, but I don't. It's the Lions. I don't know. So
yeah, I don't even feel comfortable taking a Lamar 55 line. You know what I mean? I just because
that's exactly it. You're totally right.
Game script can totally, you know what I mean?
You might have to start chucking.
Throw that out the water. Yeah.
So yeah, but either way, I'll take the Commanders to cover 10. Just like I feel about Kansas City, the Lions could blow out 14 by a garbage time touchdown, probably. Who knows? But they also have Montgomery back. He might be limited, but he's back. So you have Sonic and Knuckles back in the backfield. You have their defensive play caller, Alizoni or Anzoni. I forgot how his name's pronounced or spelled, but the white guy with long hair. He's the main play caller for the defense for the Lions. He's been gone for 3 weeks. He's now back. So they're coming back into that healthy form. And hypothetically, if they make the Super Bowl, you have your best defensive player back. Hutchinson said he'll be cleared by Super Bowl if they make it to the Super Bowl. So
that's huge.
That's huge.
I hope these bitches choke.
Whoa, why, D?
Fuck the Lions.
Because if it ain't us, nobody can have it.
No, but like their success is cute, but it's like, all right, I'm sick of it. Like,
oh, D, you sound like you're hating right now, D. You're
I'm
hating.
a hating ass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey.
Gotta go put some water in the bowl for your mama. I'm gonna start calling D Buck Nasty now. All right,
hating ain't easy, dog, but somebody's got to do it.
God bless this.
No,
man.
but like it's not even like if the Vikings won, like it used to be the other way around, where it's like, oh, I can handle the Lions winning, but the Vikings fans haven't been like crazy, like arrogant this season. Whereas the Lions fans just from fucking week 0, week 1, oh, it's our year, we're winning. It's like, yeah, you gotta be confident, but all right, let's fucking see what happens when you lose Ben Johnson.
If you would have been a Lions fan for the past 20, 30 years, whatever, you got to give it to them. Got to give it to them. It's been train wreck after train. They had an 0-16 season not that long ago, and they had Stafford and Calvin Johnson.
Well, now they have a little success, and I'm sick of it.
But yeah, you hating, dude. How you hating from outside of the club, D? You can't even get in, man.
we were in the club. We got him.
All right.
But to note on that, how can you not? I mean, they were in the NFC Championship last year, and then going into this year, and then playing through the year, we had the best division in football, and they were number 1 in that division. Like, yeah, they should be cocky as fuck in a way. Like they should be.
And they've had like the most amount of injuries,
and they're still winning
in the NFL.
Okay? These motherfuckers keep getting like speed bump after speed bump, and they don't stumble at all. I'm ready to see them skid up their knees.
Can I be honest? We'll get to the Eagles and the Rams, but if the Commanders win this game, they can beat the Eagles. Let's be real.
Done it.
They've done it. And they almost won the first time, I think. I don't remember. But they can beat the fucking Eagles. So, like, if they shock the world against the Lions, they can definitely beat the Eagles. So
the Eagles are the most beatable team besides the Rams. Right?
I agree.
On that NFC.
Totally agree. Because the Commanders...
The Packers were complete dog shit. Complete dog shit. Nothing to even highlight about that game, and the Eagles barely had control. Like... you know what? I'd rather see the Eagles lose than the Lions. Fuck the Eagles.
Whoa. Now he's hating. Now he's really hating because they just beat the Pack. That haterade strong tonight. I love it. I'm here for it.
Just wait till week 1 next year, bitch.
Well, can I be
Brazil?
honest?
Brazil again?
I was thinking about this, D. I miss Demon Time D from week 1 this year. Like when you're back, getting drinking, just fucking going ham with the takes. I miss it so bad. I can't wait for your next like off night and you're back on here. Just
I know. I can't wait for the next tattoo bet. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We might not get Rusty this year, but we got him next year when he's on the fucking Cardinals or some shit. Going in for Kyler, dude. I'm ready for it, but no, I miss it. I was thinking about that earlier. Like Demon Time D this year was legit when we had him, but that was the best part. Like a shooting star, he was here until he was.
It's gonna be Everclear D week 1.
Stop! Don't give us the high hopes like that, because then we'll start making sure it's advertised. Everclear.
Why would you show me something if I couldn't have it?
No, you can have it. Just wait.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
One of us.
Shooting Roman candles out of my ass and everything.
There we
go.
Whoa. I mean, I'm your resident firework guy, and even I ain't doing that.
Halfway into the stream, he goes superhuman, starts jumping on microwaves. Let's go, dude.
Fuck this shit.
Yeah. Don't forget the...
Oh, God.
I miss that dude. I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, I one of his shit popped up on my Twitter. I had to scroll. It was rough. It was a rough one. He took a hard dive.
I got the best guy on social media now. The Dean Dodd guy that I sent for BZ throwing up.
Well, who?
I sent it in the text chat. His name's Dean Dodd. He like tries to open,
the fish.
Smelly ass shit.
Yeah.
Yo, I've seen that dude. He's like, who do you think I am?
Yeah.
You know that dude? I've watched a lot of his stuff.
So much shit, Blake.
Yeah.
And just
you should go follow him. Yeah.
Where?
Like
Instagram?
his people will send him like comments being like, I bet you can't eat this. And he's like, who do you think I am? And then he'll try to eat it and just
Spell it out for me.
I'd have to find him.
I sent it in the group chat. I said, for my champion.
I have to go. All right, I'll find it. I'm gonna do that now before I forget. Oh man,
it's like his wife's opening the can with him, and just fucking they're just
out in the backyard. Yeah, there's been a lot of them.
I just scrolled up. I'm going through shit I haven't seen before, and it's Dalt posting that Invisible Woman shit. This man is wild. Oh my God. I missed a lot of shit on here, apparently. Holy fuck.
You said I accept. It's in a text chat, bro.
Oh, it's in the text chat?
Yeah.
Was it in the league chat?
No, just us four.
Us four.
Why is it?
And the
why is it showing up as Jameis Winston?
What?
It's fucking weird. Hold on. Every time I click on that link now, it's showing up as Jameis Winston with Crab.
Damn, I can't find it. All right, I'll find it though.
We'll get it to you.
We'll get it. Anyways, anything on Commanders Lions? We're moving to Sunday football.
No, I think it'll be a good game.
If I
want to see the Lions win.
I want to see the Lions win too. I'll be honest, but if the Commanders win, I'd be ecstatic because they can beat the next team, whoever it is. And if they make it to the Super Bowl, obviously you're going to hear the Bears, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels bullshit, which is fine. I'm willing to accept it. We had Eberflus. If we had Jaden Daniels, he would have broke his leg week 1. So like, it doesn't matter. That's how we are. That's what we do. But like, again, I've said it before. If you look at Caleb Williams' stats this year, unfucking believable. I'm fine with it. Best Bears quarterback we've had since fucking.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, man.
He actually has good stats. It's crazy. I had a graph on here about his like how he got away from the most sacks this year while also taking the most sacks this year. So like if he took those sacks too, he would have broke the league record by like a long shot if he didn't fucking escape. But whatever, it's fine. The Rams 10-7 going to the Eagles 14-3. This is the first game of the day on Sunday. It's a 3 Eastern, 2 Central game. Weird time. Weird times on Sunday football. The spread -6.5 for the Eagles, over under 43.5. Nate's gonna start this one off. Does Nate go bang bang bird gang? He chooses the Rams. Interesting. He doesn't show up for his own pick. Interesting. E, what do you got?
I'm rolling the Eagles here. I think I got them at 6. I mean, they're home. The Eagles are good. I mean, you can beat them, but if they're firing off on all cylinders, then they're a tough team to beat. The Rams, they got a really good defensive line. I want to see how well Barkley does here. Jared versus Nasty. They hit it with that pick.
The FSU D line they have is insane. Like they didn't do that work at FSU, but I mean they were good, but like not like they're doing for the Rams.
Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. I don't know, man. This right here, honestly, I don't think it should be a 6. I think this should be like a field goal. Realistically, in my mind, I think this should be a field goal game. I'm tossing the coin and taking the Eagles here.
I'm hammering the Eagles this week, and I'm taking the full 6.5. I'm actually going to take it. I feel confident in it. DSC just sent it. I'll open it in a second. But I'm hammering the Eagles this week because I think this is the week the Rams get exposed. The Eagles are an all-around team. All-around. A.J. Brown's reading a fucking book about his brain on the sidelines. Like, they're an all-around team. The defense fucks. Vic Fangio's fucking Kellen Moore is about to get a head coaching job somewhere, if not this year, next. And if he stays another year, the Eagles are going to do more work next year, too. The only concern I have for the Eagles is not even a concern. In my opinion, one of their weakest links is Jalen Hurts, and he's still fucking balling. Like, I don't think he's the guy, but he's the guy for them. So it's working. But I think the Eagles are going to smash the Rams. I think a dome team like the Rams is going to – and that D-line is great for the Rams, but the O-line for the Eagles is the best.
Might need to slap that mute on there.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was for a second. I was confused. But the O-line for the Eagles is the best in the NFL other than the Lions right now. So yeah, I'm taking Eagles heavy. D chose the Rams plus 6.5. Obviously, he said fuck the Eagles. Not a hater, but a hater. But yeah.
See, Nate and D, they got quite a few picks together.
Interesting how that works, huh? That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you know, Montana boys, nuts.
Demon Time Cowboy D.
yeah. Demon Time
Everclear
Cowboy
in a
D.
flask. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Sitting around the fire. Watch out.
I love it. But yeah, so over-under is pretty light, but it is going to be, I think, if I remember correctly, this game and the Buffalo game is supposed to snow. I know Buffalo's supposed to snow heavy, but I think this one's supposed to get snow too. If I saw correctly. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, Buffalo apparently been getting nailed.
Yeah, in fact, well, we'll just get to it. We'll get to it. So, yeah, Buffalo's getting hammered with snow right now. The over's at 51.5. High over for a snow game. But look at these two offenses.
I mean, it's the Bills versus the Ravens.
Exactly.
I mean?
Exactly. The Ravens are favored by 1.5. Again, they're 12-5. Bills 13-4, not including postseason wins. Buffalo's home for this game. This is in the AFC. I know D just popped out. Maybe he'll come back in a little bit. In the AFC, people are thinking whoever wins this game will go to the Super Bowl, but obviously they have to go through the Chiefs because I don't know if the Texans can take it all. We want them to, but I don't know. But either way, one of these teams have to go to Kansas City next. The Ravens are looking scary. I'm actually going to – E, you go ahead and give your pick.
I'm rolling with the Bills here. Got the Bills at +1. This game's going to determine MVP. It really is. Because, I mean, now you're supposed to consider it for just the regular season, you know. But is voting already done with?
Honestly, I have no clue. I don't know how that works.
Because I know that it gets announced like right before the Super Bowl, so I'm assuming that people are still voting. Mm-hmm. And if that's the case, I don't know enough about the process. But I will say that if they're still voting, this game will fucking influence a lot of people. I
think you're completely right, and here's why. The MVP is supposed to be decided by regular season, but it never does. It never does. It's supposed to be decided by regular season, but they take it into the playoffs for whatever fucking knows. Like the MVP gets announced the night before the Super Bowl during the NFL awards. But I'm with you. It will decide, in my opinion, too. I don't want it to. It should just be the regular season, but that's the shitty part about the NFL. You never really fucking know.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Bills are at home. It's going to be a snow game. Like, both teams can play in the snow. You know what I mean? Both teams can play in the snow. running wise, you got Derrick Henry. That's going to be nasty trying to tackle in the snow. Lamar can take off too, so not a great situation for the Bills, but they've been making it happen. And I think we might be seeing Josh Allen's year. So let's see what happens. If they lose, it's what they always do. But I'm rooting for them. I want a Lions-Bills Super Bowl now, so I'm going to root for both teams until the end.
I want Lions-Bills Super Bowl. However, I think the Ravens will win this game. I had the over for 51.5 as my pick, and that was also a possible lock for me. That's the second one I almost took. But the snow fucks with me, and I don't like that. But if you're telling me it's a snow game, I'm trusting Tractor Cito over anybody on the Bills. I'm trusting Derrick Henry to run that fucking ball to the fucking dirt. He's gonna fucking carve out grass, not only snow. And I'm gonna bank on him. I do think the Bills can definitely win this game. There's a no-brainer they can win this game. But if the spread's 1.5, I don't even think it's gonna come to field goal because Justin Tucker's been kind of this year, one of the greatest kickers of all time. But I still trust Lamar running and Derrick Henry running over Allen and Cook as a combo. Allen, absolutely. But Allen and Cook over Lamar and Henry as a combo, I'm taking those guys.
Yeah.
That's why.
I will say that I think the Bills, they've got a couple people back on defense too. I've been seeing a lot of chatter about, the Ravens fans, they we've seen it, all about Lamar, oh, we already beat the Bills, you know what I mean?
But and then
there's a lot of people like Bills fans popping in like, yeah, well, when we face you early on in the season, we were without like three starters on defense, and now they're healthy, and we're gonna see them in action here. So Bills defense could step up a little bit if they get a little bit healthier. I don't know, man. We'll see. Snow game in Buffalo. Give me Buffalo.
The one thing I really respect about Sean McDermott, and it's about his comments he made recently. It's not his Taliban comments or Al Qaeda comments, but it's his. I'm paraphrasing, but he pretty much said like, yeah, we limited Von Miller this year in snap count because we saved him for the playoffs, and like he's playing all the time in the playoffs, like. Duh, but like no coach comes out and says that, and he said it, and I respect that a little bit because like there's that little bit of a coach culture where like they don't say everything. He's just like, no, fuck that. Like, yeah, we save Von Miller for the playoffs, and we're in the playoffs, and he's playing every down. Like,
yeah,
that's real. I respect that. But the defense for the Ravens is the best defense coming into this from week 12 or 10 through the playoffs, and Josh Allen should be the MVP. No brainer in my mind. Should be the MVP. He's the best regular season player of 2024. But again, Lamar and Henry. Henry's fighting for a ring just as much as Lamar. Henry is still at the peak. He might be on a downward soon. People thought he's gonna be downward now, but like he's playing for a rushing offense. So yeah, he's gonna kick ass. But like this is his year. I truly think that they can beat the Chiefs. Bills, I'm 50-50 on. The Ravens, I fully believe they can beat the Chiefs. But we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be a fun game regardless. It's the last game of the weekend, Sunday Night Football. It's going to be great. So, like, get your fucking popcorn ready. Watch a snow match in the night. It's going to be sick. It's going to be sick. As far as D picked the Bills money line. Money line D showed back up. He's back. I almost bought him a money line hat this past week. I can't lie. I almost bought him one. It was green, too. It was perfect. And then Nate.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
I wanted to, though. Nate chose the Bills plus 1.5. So everybody's on the Bills but me. That's fine. I can live with it. But either way, whoever wins this game, it should be a stunner. It should be a good one. I just hope that it's not low scoring even with the snow. I hope it's still some fireworks. All right, so you hinted at it earlier. But before we get to the watch-outs, you got to shut the fuck up for the week. Oh, it's on the spot, but anything grinding your gears?
Right now? No.
No?
I don't think I will.
I had one. I for real had one.
Oh, yeah. If you're in select DPS on Marvel Rivals,
yeah,
you can
dead.
shut the fuck up.
You're dead.
You can shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'll see myself out. You're dead. I think my shut the fuck up. It's gonna be I can keep it Bears related, but that's just so fucking chalk. I mean, that's easy. I can make anything about the Bears and shut the fuck up every week if I wanted to for the whole postseason and off season. But I think my shut the fuck up's gonna go to college football playoff haters, because I think this change, there's a lot of people bitching saying like, well, if this team was in, they wouldn't have a chance if there wasn't 12 teams in. I like that it's like a tournament. College is
it needed to be more than 4.
Yes.
It needed to be more than 4
1,000%.
years ago.
Yes. And they said they were going to off the rip, but they wanted
anybody
to
who hates on that, they can see themselves out, dude, because it's college football. I'd argue that you could even do it deeper than 12. Honestly, you know what I mean?
Like college March Madness basketball is so cool because it's just a 64 team. Like, even if you don't give a fuck about it, it's just a cool format layout out of all sports we watch. That is so dope. I'm a big college basketball lover. I love college basketball. I think it's sick. Now, when it comes to the football version of it, if we didn't have this, you wouldn't get a game like Arizona State versus Texas. And it came down to overtime, and it was insane. Arizona State would never be in the playoffs if it was the way it used to be, ever, or they wouldn't even be close to a championship. But but this gave them a shot, and it made them shine. And now that head coach is gonna be making some fucking moves in the transfer portal and the NIL deals.
Exactly.
Like, this
like
is awesome.
you could take, for example, Boise State. Like, you wouldn't be seeing them ever in the top 4, but they got a shot and they had a great year. You know what I mean? They had some great players, and you make a run, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, yes, they expanded. Playoff is the play.
Yes, and it's so sick. And there's just a bunch of haters out there like, well, if they're doing it this way, this team should have been this. It's all SEC guys. And SEC's fucking blew this year. They were bad.
Yeah. They sent the not Titans.
That's fine.
They sent Tennessee, and they got smoked.
Tennessee got
smoked.
Georgia got smoked. Texas got smoked, a newly SEC team. Alabama didn't make it. Like, all these SEC teams fucking blow. Ole Miss was good all year, and they lost to the Gators, who are now starting to do something because Lagway's starting with the best high school quarterback coming out of high school. But, like, yeah, and then what was the other thing I was going to say about the fucking portal? Oh, no, it's about Boise State. You said Boise State. Yeah, no, they had some shine. Yeah, I agree. Last time they had shine is when LeGarrette Blount punched one of their linemen, if you remember that. That was like the last shine they had. Like, that was it. And LeGarrette Blount played for the Ducks, and he fucking just straight up bink, and that was the last thing we saw. But, like, yeah, no, I love college football. I love the way it's going right now. I think it's so smart. Expand it to 64. I don't give a fuck. Like, let's make it fucking happen, dude, for real. I want some Tuesday fucking
every goddamn team in the...
Can you imagine that?
In the nation.
Did you just make your March Madness bracket? Basketball starts in a month. I'm talking about college football, dog. There's 64 teams. Like, fuck yeah,
that's
man.
Funny.
But yeah, that's mine. That's my shut the fuck up. I think we go right from this to watch out. So you had to watch out earlier. What was it again?
Oh, the Kansas City refs.
Kansas City refs. Got it. Yeah, watch out.
Yeah, just watch out. Watch out. You know what I mean? There's going to be a controversial fumble that's going to go the Chiefs' way. You know what I mean? Nico Collins will get some kind of crazy flag. Technically, he's out. You know what I mean? And then the Chiefs dog walk him. So
I like it. My watch out is for last week. We were treated to some good content from the fans in football playoffs. The Eagles are playing again this weekend, so watch out for some more fucking fan content. Also, wait, my watch out. I have another watch out. I don't know if you guys saw it. This is real, absolutely real. Do you remember the guy that said, if FSU lost to this team, I will eat my own shit?
Yes. Yeah, from a Solo Cup. Red Solo Cup.
Did you see the new one?
No.
A guy said this. He said this earlier in the year, and he reposted it on Reddit saying, I am going to honor this. He said if Notre Dame wins the national championship, he will surgically remove his penis. And he brought it back up out of nowhere and said, I will honor this if they win. And they're in it. They're in it Monday.
He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it. Hey, it's 2025. Maybe that was his plan all along. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So here's my thing. So he said this earlier in the year, and he resurfaces himself because I think he got scared about the blowback from the guy eating his own shit, and there was another guy that did something else. But then he went on to say, like, yes, my wife and I plan to have a family, so I will honor this bet. Maybe give me a couple of years so we have some more kids, and then I will surgically remove my penis. So he's going to honor it if Notre Dame wins. It won't be right away, but he's going to honor it. Watch out for more dumb bets like this next year, too.
What is the point of that?
It's college football. I mean? That's what makes us so great. People are dumb as fuck. I'm here for it. It's wild. But that's my watch out. A dude's gonna chop his dick off if Notre Dame wins Monday night's game.
Yeah, come on, big cat. You need to step up your game.
Yeah, Pinky's nothing. Let's talk about chopping dick. Wild, fucking wild. Yeah, all right. That's not bad for watch outs. Not bad. Let's get to locks because we don't have Survivor going on, obviously. So this week, guys, we did locks a little differently. As I said, last week, E was the only one to hit his lock, but oh, that sucks. Let me fix something really quick. The animation's off on this. 1, 2. Crazy. All right, give me a moment here. Last week you hit your lock, E. While I'm making this and getting this ready, you had that in the bag. You knew the whole time, or what?
All day. 4
or 5. Okay, yeah, we're good now. We're good. Let me save this. All right, the highly anticipated locks of the week. So again, E hit his last week. He's the only one. Myself, Nate, and D all lost, even though I did go 16-2 on the year. I'll take an L. I'm due. I'm so due. Okay. This week, it's prop locks.
Playoff E, different animal.
What is it, 72 wins above 100? Like, what is this?
Goddamn right.
So this week, it's prop
locks. Come for the king, you best not miss.
You got a few more weeks to go. But if you go undefeated in this postseason, that'd be pretty sick. Okay. So this week, we got props.
I'm not that lucky.
I said I was going to say Jaden Daniels. We never know, Reaper. I said I was going to take Jaden Daniels, and I'm not doing it. It's too high. I said I was going to take the over, but it's not a prop, and it's snowing, so I'm not taking that. But I searched every game props, and I looked at what looked the most sexiest prop to take.
I searched one game and picked.
Did you?
Yeah, on God. That's what I did.
I looked at every game, and the one that doesn't make sense to me, and I get why it's this way, but he's a touchdown machine, and I didn't want to bet on a touchdown. I did not want to do it. But Kyren Williams, touchdown, is only minus 115? I will take that. He's been minus 250 like all year. I will take on minus 115.
Yeah, he gets a lot of touchdowns.
He's the go-to touchdown guy for them easily. I know they have receivers.
He won me the one league I won this year.
Adam had Kyren Williams
shout
this
out
year,
to him.
And that's the one guy that constantly produced for him. But yeah, so he's minus 115. I'm gonna take Kyren Williams touchdown. I wasn't say Jaden Daniels over rushing, too high. But this at minus 115, he's gonna score 1 against the Eagles. They'll get to the goal line, and they'll give it to the guy that gets in there every time. So I'll take it. Now, D took a fun one. D also took a touchdown bet. D's touchdown bet is
quarterback in it.
Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews touchdown in the snow.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, listen, all reliable when the times are tough. Not bad.
Yeah.
So we and him have touchdown bets.
Not bad.
Spoilers: the next two aren't touchdown bets, but they are fun and from the same game.
Ooh.
Nate's Nate's prop bet is Jamison Williams over 3.5 catches.
Are we doing this? We
I thought the
rooting
same
for the
thing.
Lions
I
right now,
thought the
man?
same thing.
All right.
So Nate has Jameson Williams over 3.5. I believe it's -150, but still, it's over 3.5 touch or receptions. What does that leave
We need
you?
4 catches.
Yep.
Well, I pulled up the Lions game, looked at it. Said Washington's defense, Mr. Reliable, 77 yards. Give me the Sun God. Over 77.5, I think it was.
Yeah.
I mean, if they find themselves down, I mean, they'll go to Amon-Ra. You know what I mean? Like, he's been their playmaker all year, dude. He's a beast. Short routes can turn into fucking 50, 60-yard gains. You know what I mean? So, yeah, give me that. They're going to be amped up. I think the Lions are going to win. I think Amon-Ra is going to be a big part of it.
We said it before that the Washington defense is the worst one in the playoffs coming into it. And Amon-Ra's due for a big breakout play. So you get one big play and 2 more catches, he's broke it. Like that's it. He can get that in one half. He honestly can get that in one half.
Yeah.
So there you go. So those are the prop locks, which turns into the dirty parlay for the week, which is a prop dirty parlay. The prop dirty parlay for the week is I have Kyren Williams touchdown -115. Mark Andrews touchdown +155. Jameson Williams over 3.5 receptions -150. And then Amon-Ra St. Brown over 77.5 reception yards is -115. That equals out in your respective sports books to +1330. 1330. $10 will win you 143. Not bad. Those are the slides. What we got on there for the night before we wrap up. Big UFC card this weekend, but the main eventer already backed out. He has an injury. Apparently, the greatest on the planet right now, other than John Bones Jones, Shama, Alex Pereira.
Yeah, you throw some goddamn respect on John Bones Jones.
Yeah, well, he
Dana White's GOAT.
Yeah, we talk with John Bones. But
yeah, he's the greatest pound for pound fighter in the world.
Pereira is leaked to replace the guy as the main card, so we'll see. Who knows? That's the best fighter out there right now, other than, like I said, John Bones. And then we also have College Football Championship Monday. Notre Dame versus why am I blanking? Ohio State. I'm gonna hammer Ohio State. I'm gonna hammer them heavy. I don't hate Notre Dame.
They've played some pretty good teams and they've beaten some pretty good teams. So yeah. Ohio State is looking nasty.
Just an update on the spread because I think other people are hammering them right now. Actually, holy shit! I just won another bet. Look at that! What the fuck? The college football CFB. The spread right now is -8.5 for Ohio State. The 8th seed in the college football championship against the 7th seed Notre Dame. Over under is 45.5. That over seems low, but both these defenses fuck. So like, yeah, it's tricky. So if you think that, here's my thing: if Ohio State can cover 8.5, you might as well take the over 45.5. Might as well, because I think that Notre Dame's not going to be shut out in points, but who knows? But it's going to be a good game nonetheless. That's primetime television, Monday Night Football.
Everyone's going to watch it.
Everyone's going to. You have to. It's a big game. Even if you're in college, it's a good game to watch, and we'll see what happens. But I got nothing else. A shorter one this week. You got anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Pretty much covered it. It's starting to narrow down here, NFL wise. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Let's see. Big game. Baltimore, Buffalo. They've been projected to be facing off since midway through the season. MVP ramp talks are ramping up here now. We're one of the MVPs is going to walk out of this with a win. You know what I mean?
I totally agree.
And then you got the Chiefs going for the 3-peat. You got little bro stepping up, beating Harbaugh and the Chargers. The Rams, Eagles, it's gonna get good here. It's gonna get good.
Whenever he said big games, I always think of Donald Sterling when he goes, "Big Magic Johnson." What did he ever do? He had AIDS. That's one of the best quotes. But yeah, big football weekend. If the Commanders win this game, They could beat the Eagles.
Watch out.
They could beat the Eagles, and it'd be in Philly. And I think the Eagles are going to smash the Rams.
A rookie taking to the bowl. Not bad.
We've seen it happen before. It can happen again. You never know.
Not bad.
But that's Dirty Parlay this week. A shorter one. We'll see if Nate comes back from his hunting trip next week.
I love it. I love it that it's happening after Dan sold the team. You know what I mean? Like, but that's karma, dude. Karma.
But as a Bears fan, I'm watching this like, fuck. Wish we had that. I wish, like, I don't care if it's Bezos. I wish we fucking had it. Like, so.
Oh, dude, the family's got their grip on it so bad. They ain't letting it go, dude.
No, I know. It's just a hope. I love Hallis and I love what he did for us, but the infection came in with the McCaskies and they ruined it. So, because Virginia was a Hallis and then she married a McCaskey, and here we are. But yeah, so we'll back next Friday. We'll have the conference championships. We'll have a college football champion, and then NBA is starting to wind up and wind down at the same time because no one ever fucking plays. College basketball starting to take off. In February, you'll see conference championship plays for NCAA, so it's more thing to keep an eye on. NHL, I don't know. As far as UFC, it's the first main event for the year, and already their main event guy stepped out. So we'll see what happens in sports world. And I don't know. We've got a lot of things to think about for the off season. We'll see. Hopefully more news breaks and more fun happens, and hopefully more trades too. But we're out for the week. Enjoy your night. That was episode number 156. We'll see you for 157. Good luck on your bets, and we'll tweet out all the bets from us this weekend. Peace.
Deuces.